Good afternoon and welcome to another video from Alberta Bushcrafter. I want to show you something different today. Actually, you've been seeing these in the stores for a while, but these are a Nite Ize Gear Tie. These are quite cool. They're good wraps for well, any kind of cabling. They're good for wrapping rope, hoses. They also make very good tie downs because they tend to keep their shape. As you can see, let's get this off. You know, they're very good. They grip quite easily and they don't come apart. However, one of the things I've noticed was the price. This is a pair of 24-inch, and this little pair cost me about $7 Canadian. We've about maybe $5 US, maybe a little less. That's a lot of money for two gear ties, really. I mean, they're nice, they're rubberized, they have these little caps on them. I find these caps actually interfere with stuff. So I found an Instructable on Instructables.com from a person called Explosion Master. It was a very good idea to begin with, and I'm going to show you how to do it here. I'm giving that person credit though. They came up with the idea first. I'm going to take it a couple steps further in this video and a following video. Okay, first going to give a little comparison of the Nite Ize wrap, the gear tie, with a homemade one. And this is the homemade one. This is actually what they call CADPAT, which is Canadian Disruptive pattern. It's digital. And it's actually a very nice pattern. It blends in with a lot of things. So let's have a look. You can see this one's actually a lot wider. It's got these rubber tips. This one, on the other hand, I've actually gone, not sure if you can see that. One of the things I like to do with these is I like to give them a little tab, not usually as big as this one, but when I seal the paracord, I'll do that. Now these come in only a few different lengths. I think small ones from 6 to 12 inches all the way up to, I think the largest I've seen is about 24 or 30 inch. These ones, on the other hand, these are 30 inch. They're ones I made last night. And I've got some others here. These are 24 and I believe 20. And they go down. These are anywhere from 10 to 12 inch. And I've got some 8 inch here in black, as you can see. Weight that down. And you could even go down to 4 or 6 inch. Now, one of the things about the gear ties themselves, they are rubberized, they're very waterproof, and you know, they are quite nice. Feels like they've just got a core with, you know, wire extruded around them. But the one thing I don't like, these come in a handful of colors, and maybe, I don't know, 8 or a dozen. It took me a while to find some in Coyote Brown. In fact, they were all red, orange, blue, green. Now that's okay, but they don't necessarily match your gear. Some people like, if you tend to go to the blue and red and green and yellow backpacks, these are great. If, on the other hand, I'm going to put this away now. If, on the other hand, you tend to wear more military colors or hunting colors, such as real tree or mossy oak, they don't have the colors to match. It's nothing like walking through the bush with a mossy oak backpack and having a couple of bright blue gear ties on it. Black would work. The Coyote Brown might work actually too. But the nice thing about making your own is that you can pick, because paracord comes in hundreds of different colors now, from ordinary olive drab to, let's see, I showed you the CADPAT before. Here's an actual multicam cord. And that's quite nice. But you can even find it in blaze orange. This was an interesting one. It's burgundy. I use this for making paracord bracelets. In fact, a lot of these are offcuts from me making paracord bracelets. So that's the advantage of making your own. That's one big advantage, is you can pick the color you want, especially if you've got the paracord already. Now, a word on paracord, you can buy the basic colors in a lot of the, I like to call them the hipster camping stores. This is no offense to places like Mountain Equipment Co-op or REI. They've got excellent gear. Some of the other smaller stores, though, they tend to go for the really expensive, sexy looking gear. And most of the time, if you're bushcrafting on a budget or you're just general camping, no, that doesn't work. That can get very, very expensive very quickly. So they don't actually, most of them don't actually carry paracord other than maybe black or orange. Another choice is a craft store like Michael's. I don't like that because they're about 3 times as much as, say, an Army surplus store. And your third choice, of course, is, if you want to go to a store, it is an Army surplus store. I usually pay about $12 for 100 feet, and that's in Canadian, so that's a little pricier than online. Your last choice, and I think it's the best choice, is to order it online. And don't worry about ordering a spool of 100 feet of paracord, because believe me, once you get into this, especially if you're making bracelets and lanyards and stuff, you'll go through it, definitely. Okay, so now the other big bonus is all of these, I've worked out the cost of my paracord to, well, in Canadian dollars, 12 cents for 1/3 of a meter, so 12 cents a foot. So all of these cost me $4, and 2 of these cost me $7. You can see very quickly how economical that gets if you make your own. There's a lot of advantages to making your own gear ties, and one drawback. Well, 2 possibly. They're a little thinner, as you can see again by comparison. They're a little bit thinner, but they're also not waterproof when you first make them. So there's no rubber coating or anything on. There's the nylon coating we have, and that's it. I will be posting a second video, though, because I found a very interesting way to waterproof these with silicone. All right, we'll be back in a second and we'll show you how to make these. It's very quick and simple.